Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and if it's your first time here, I do readings for the Pisces Collective. Yes, I do. And today is very special because I am talking all about the upcoming new year. On Sundays, I do 2 readings a day, and the first reading today for this week is going to be for the month of January. Now, January is a long enough month, and it is almost 5 weeks, like complete almost 5 weeks, and I'm going to be looking at the energies of what's coming in for January, and then after that, later on, I'm going to be looking at the energies for the week. I'm going to be pulling the cards that we're going to be looking at for the week and going in depth. Now, I'm super excited about this because I feel like it's, I'm hearing in French. If you don't know, I'm primarily French, so it's normal to get messages that are primarily from in your mother tongue. And all I hear is tourne la page, which is turn the page, which means it's a brand new day, it's a brand new chapter, it's a brand new way of being. So I decided right away, this deck has been calling to me. It's been over here on the shelf going, you're going to come and get me. So I'm going to take it. It's a very beautiful deck. It's a very specific deck. It has 64 faces of awakening. And I truly love this. So I'm going to be pulling some from here, and I get the feeling that I'm going to be bringing this deck with me into the readings next week as well. So if you've been wanting to see more of this deck, you will. Now remember, everybody, these are general readings. In order to get specific readings, you need to do that one-on-one with somebody. You need to exchange energies, okay? And I will say this because in the upcoming new year, I know I'm going to be spending some time with some of you. I've already spent time with some very quality people already, and I don't do the regular type of readings, and I'm not bashing anybody who does, and you can find plenty online to do that, but I don't do the predicting stuff. It's not really in my purview. I don't believe in fortune tellers, which is kind of a weird thing to say as a reader, but I read more energies. I don't know, it's more of it's a different kind. I still can't really find the right words even after 3 years of doing it, but it's less about, you know, you're going to meet the love of your life, and more about how can you use your energy to empower you today? How can you use the planet alignments to help you? The energy that you're feeling from other people, how can you learn from it? So it's more of a coaching, I think, than anything else, my sessions. And my readings are definitely about your life path number and how you can use the tools that present themselves to you. Because I believe that we're here on a journey, and that we have specific things and points and checkpoints that we have to get past and overcome, and some that we excel in, and it's a maze of sort with a beginning and an end, okay? And we have tools. We have spirit. We have tools to help us, but sometimes we're not always aware. And I think that if you are Pisces, you're definitely aware because you are that, you know, we're the 12th sign. We have a little bit of every sign. We have a lot of knowledge, and we know there is something more. If nothing else, even if we're not sure what that is or what that sounds like, we are born feeling there is so much more. There's more than this, okay? And you start with that and you grow. All right, so having done all of that big spiel, let's go on right now. And this is such a humongous deck. I've just spent the last 2 minutes trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to shuffle this thing. That's the problem with these. Oh, but this is beautiful. Okay. Dynamism. Okay, so most of the time you will spend some time, if you had this deck, and I do have a list of the decks. This is called the Wisdom Keeper's Oracle deck. I do have a list. It's in the links below. It's like, if you want this deck, you can just look at their faces and probably just have a whole experience looking at their faces, right? Because there's different things. There's birds. They're walking, but they're looking behind them, which is interesting. And there's a heart. There's this that could be a cross, but it kind of splits off in two. Very nice designs. Very nice designs. This almost looks like some kind of instrument, and flowers, the colors, and then you peer into the eyes, and it kind of speak to you, right? So there's all kinds of things here to look at, and I suggest that if you do get this card, you really look at it to see what kind of information. You know what, when I look at this card, I can't really see who this person is. I can't read this person completely. There is a smile and a certain look to this person, and there's a sunny disposition, but I feel like I can't get to the core or the real heart of this person. You know, they're not showing a vulnerability. I think that's what I feel. So let's see what the book has to say, because of course this comes with fabulous books. Did I take it? Yes, I did. Ooh. Okay, 39. 39 is 12 is 3. So let me see here. So this is for January. The word is dynamism. And my gift to you. Okay, so let's see. If you do what you truly love, you will unleash your creative dynamism. And the more creative you are, the more energy becomes available to you. So the wisdom story comes this card is, there's a story about behind this person. Everyone called my father a saint. At church, he was a dynamic and passionate preacher. At home, he was strict, mean, and provocative. We weren't allowed to play like the other kids. We had to study scriptures and help around the church. If we misbehaved or acted childishly, he threatened us with fiery damnation. He knew just what to say to instill the fear of God in us and just how to say it. While my siblings nodded, "Yes, sir," disappearing into passivity, frozenness, and fatigue, I felt trapped and got angry. I had a mouth on me, too, and constantly called out his hypocrisy. Once I yelled, "You're no saint. Having you as a father is hell." My words got him so mad he struck me with a belt. Afterwards, instead of apologizing, he said he only wanted to keep me out of trouble and from being damned, but I didn't buy his excuses. When I left home, I promised I'd never be anything like him. As I became a man, I used the sharpness of my tongue to criticize his religion, to defend my choices, the way I lived and loved, for years though we never saw each other. I was wrapped up in a massive power struggle with my father. Then came the call. My father was dying. It was time to say my goodbyes. I walked into his bedroom, and there he was, so small and helpless, and not at all the man I'd been so busy fighting. Unable to speak, he looked at me and smiled. For the first time in my life, I saw the child in him that was never allowed to play. I saw his love, his sorrow for how he treated me, his desire to keep me safe from the pain he'd experienced. I was overcome with love for the man. For the next miraculous 39 days, I never left his side, and 39 came in here, right? I read stories to him, played games with him, and sang songs to him, and we laughed. When I sang his favorite gospel song, one I hardly knew I remembered, he drifted off peacefully to sleep. The day my father died was the day I welcomed back the fire of creativity and passion into my soul. Today I'm a preacher with the blessed job of instilling in people not the fear of God, the love of God. In my church, all are welcome. Heaven is experienced right here on earth. My Father's Spirit speaks straight out from my heart, and together our words set people free. My gift to you is I come to tell you that it doesn't matter how bad your upbringing was. All unhealthy conditioning can be reversed. You can contribute to the field of violence in your world by provoking others or allowing yourself to be provoked. Or you can explore your passions and unleash your dynamism, your genius, by simply letting yourself be and play. Remember, genius isn't unusual. It has nothing to do with knowledge or with the mind. It arises the moment you allow yourself to do what you love. It is time for you to allow your horizons and breath to expand. If you provoke anything in the people around you, may it be their creative spark and a deep sense of liberation. So, the questions for contemplations are this, and I would do this for January, my friends. Where do you feel trapped or imprisoned by fear in your life? When you were a young child, were you allowed to enjoy and express your dynamism and vitality or taught to subdue it? Does your anger ever get the better of you? Do people sometimes feel provoked by you, and you don't always understand why? When was the last time you tasted true liberation? Think of something that you loved to do or play when you were a child, 7 and under. That's very important for me. Spend some time engaging in that activity today. Notice how it feels. So I feel like almost a personal message. I lost my biological mother when I was 7, so it's interesting. But I didn't have much of a childhood. And yes, this could mirror a lot. And I feel that this is absolutely right. When I notice that it's like there is a smile there, but also a wall. No vulnerabilities to be had. Somebody who has been down that road, right? Who has hurt. So we're going to leave this here. This is, I feel, I heard it while I was reading it, is not to be conditioned by the things you've seen. Remember, it's not a fear of God, it's a love of God. So you can change that for any word. Source, the big guy, you know, the almighty she, whatever you want, you know, use it here, okay? So the love of source, the love of life. So use it. Okay, Pisces, so be dynamic for the month of January. That's your word for the month. Dynamic. So let's look it up. Let's go see right away. Let's give you a leg up on what that means, okay? Dynamic. Meaning. Let's see I know I said about definitions, but let's get a general idea, okay? Characterized by constant change, activity, or progress. So let's use the word progress. Also love progress. Energetic, spirited, active, lively, zestful, vital, vigorous. These are all beautiful words to help this one along, okay? So be dynamic. Be the change you want to see in your life. Wow, that's not mine, but yeah, let's use that one too. Be the change that you want to bring forward in your life. Absolutely. That's what January is all about. Wow. So, yeah. A lot of us have stories similar to this character here, myself included. So, the one thing that like I said, when I look at this picture is I think to myself, there's no vulnerabilities there, okay? I'm really hoping that your heart kind of, not to develop vulnerabilities, but to have less of that protective barrier, okay? And it's also, I see it in the in these right here, okay? It's like the prison of the mind. So let's just keep that in mind as we look. Base chakra, yeah. This has to do with childhood, absolutely, right? We're back to this, but I don't want to stay on this. I don't want to stay on this, Pisces, because I don't think you need to. If you do, if you need to fix some childhood traumas and stuff, I suggest you start really spending some time doing that work, okay? Whatever that is. Find your niche, find your therapy for that. Because if you do have base chakra things going on still related to childhood, it's really going to weigh you down. It's going to suck you into the ground. So it's important that you deal with this, okay? But this is still just base chakra stuff. Honestly, it is base chakra stuff. Old hurts. And you know, I'm going to tell you this. It's never going to completely go away. Just like the loss of someone you love, whether it is because they've passed away or because they have left, okay? But you can't let those experiences shape you in a negative way. I think that's the biggest part. Okay, so that, like you were saying, that you lash out at people, that you hurt people. The card of moving on came in. Okay, and now we have 3 and 6. So this is your work. This is the earthly work that needs to be done. Okay, he's moving into the green, into the light, into the spring, which is where we're headed as well, right? We're in winter right now, but the next season is spring. And it's the season of awakening. It's the season of planting. It's the season of everything. That's when we're going to grow. So we don't want to be freezed out of our life, okay? You have to move on from that chakra. That's what I was saying here. You're moving out of this, okay? If you've been stuck in it and going, it's time to move on. And this action is me moving you on, okay? I'm moving you on. I'm displacing the energy. It's time to let it go. It's time to bring that wisdom with you. But it's time to let it go, okay? So please do it. Do the work that you need to, okay? You want to get into a dynamic new way of going. You want to get active and energetic and spirited, okay? You want to advance in your life. You want to bring a beautiful, dynamic energy. And it's the King of Wands energy. We had that card the last couple of days. This is the King of Wands energies. And this is the one you want to bring with you in January. You definitely want to bring this energy with you. Yes, you do. Okay, let's pick another one out of here. One more. Okay. Yeah. And see, there's the 9. Material lovers. I can't, you guys. This is, of course, 369. Okay. 369 for me is like 1, 2, 3 in my life for spirituality. I feel the 3 and the 6 work together to make our earthly 9. Okay. Because 9 is spiritual. 9, if you don't know, if you want your mind blown, just go look up a video about Tesla 369 or something, and I wish I'll find it and I'll put it on my Facebook group. And I was blown away just by the math of it, okay? Just the math of it kind of just completely blew my mind. Because 9 is such a special number, and it's interesting the way they do it. If you follow it, you're kind of like, it's a magic trick. So I'll put it on my Facebook group. If you're not with my Facebook group, it's absolutely free. So why aren't you there? Just go and join, okay? It's spiritual intuitive energies, and it's a great group. It's got great space, great energy. I post all my favorite things, and you get to know me more because, of course, I'm posting the stuff that I like, right? So there you go. All right. So, yeah, material harvest. It's let's call it your human harvest. Okay, your human goals. I'm not going to call it actual like money. I'm going to call it the things that you can touch, see in this physical realm. Okay, the things that you can bring forward. So this is what you're working with. This is what's happening here. This is going to be January. January is going to be an awesome month so far. I feel right away that January is going to be super good this way. All right, so let's take some from, shake off those, shake off is what I'm hearing. Vibrate off all those old ways of thinking. Okay, this deck is giving me a hard time, which is weird. The Light Seers never gives me a hard time for shuffling. It just doesn't want to shuffle. Why are you giving me a hard time? There, much better. Okay. Two of Wands. Ooh, I sense direction here. Plotting a course. Staying the course. Magic. You know, I was shuffling the cards and some of these came out last night. Yeah, some of these already came out. What's coming in, Pisces? Well, definitely you're planning, okay? And this has to do with the dynamic card, right? You're planning your dynamic re-immersion to life, okay? And you're plotting the course. I feel like she's above, she's beyond, and she's looking like, where am I going to go? What road am I going to take? And then it's to take that road. And then it's having nothing deterring you from taking that road. Nothing at all. Okay? I feel that this is you in your bubble. It's like nobody's going to tell you, there's a detour. No, that's fine. I'll find a way around. You are going to do it. You're going to do it. Okay? You're moving on. You're moving on from this painful whatever this is. Okay? This is no longer part of your paralyzed self, okay? You're no longer paralyzed by the past. That's a great way of putting it. That's a great way of coming through like that, okay? You're moving on. You're not getting deterred. And the Harvest, look at the similarities with these cards. What are they doing? They're both concentrating on something, okay? The power, the magic, and the manifestation. That's the word. The manifestation of that intention. Okay? So this is a great power month. Look at this. Look at this, how this is coming in. This is you literally plowing into the month. You're plowing through the month of January. You're making those decisions and you're going, we are doing this. We are absolutely doing this. This is great. Yeah, I can't wait to see what your first week of January looks like. If I were to haphazard a guess, it would probably be putting your things in order and kind of getting things set up. We're going to have to see, my beautiful Pisces. We're going to have to see. All right, so let's do this. Let's I'm going to do the other reading very soon, and I'm going to pick all the decks. I'm going to again do the Celtic Cross. I don't know if I'm going to keep it all year round this year. I tend to switch things up, but I'm going to start out the way we ended last year, and we'll go from there. My beautiful Pisces, take good care of yourself. I hope I see you for the weekly in a couple of hours. Love, light, and blessings, my beautiful ones. And Happy New Year's Eve. Yes, because I might forget. Happy New Year's Eve. Tomorrow is the first day of 2024. Can you actually believe that? I can't. Where did it go? I do feel like I've accomplished a lot, though, in an internal point of view. So I hope you feel the same way. We're going to knock 2024 out of the park. It's going to be the year where real things are going to start happening. I feel it. All right, my beautiful ones. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you later. Bye for now.